Well, welcome back everybody. As you just seen from that intro, we had quite an experience yesterday. I don't even really know where to begin. Obviously you can tell this isn't clickbait. Not something you usually expect in Florida, tornadoes. And first and foremost, without a doubt, I want to say we're both thankful and we thank God that we're okay. We walked away without a single scratch, so let's give credit where it's due. All these things behind us can be replaced, and that's what we will do. But we had a rough ride yesterday. We were here when it happened. I was in that camper back there asleep for work, and Tiffany had just got home from work and was unloading some groceries out here in the shop behind us. We got a little message on the phone that said, you know, mine just said tornado warning. It woke me up. Okay, well, we get those from time to time with thunderstorms. She got a much more detailed message than my phone did, so I just kind of put it down, went back to bed. She called me, I don't know, 1 to 2 minutes later, and her said that there's a tornado spotted in the area. Told me to grab our little dog, get out to the building. Well, being the stubborn man I am, I kind of played it off. I'll be okay. I'm dead tired, been working shift work, only been in bed a couple hours. No sooner than I put my phone down, it was already too late. I don't think I could have got out anyways. The wind just went from crazy and concerning to unreal in a matter of seconds. I have never been in anything like that in my life. The sounds, the craziness. We have a little window unit in the bedroom. It was blowing water straight in on me like you had a water hose. So all I could do was talk to her on the phone as we're basically telling each other that we love each other, because we don't know what's about to happen. And trying to hold back the water. Next thing I know, the wind gets so intense, so crazy, that the whole pole barn took off. I didn't even know what happened. It hit the side of the camper. The camper tried to flip over, but luckily, because we're in a hurricane state, I have put mobile home anchors in the ground years ago, and I have the camper cabled to the ground. That's the only thing that kept it from flipping over and coming out in the yard with me and our little dog in it. It definitely tried to, but those anchors did their job. So thank God those were in the ground. So we made it out again. Thank the good Lord, we're okay. No scratches, no nothing. You know, I got to thinking about it a minute ago. If we'd have just even got a scratch or needed stitches out of this, now's not the time that you even want to be in a hospital. Yeah. So we couldn't ask for any more. So I don't know if you have anything you want to say, but
no, we're just blessed.
Yeah.
So blessed. And it was one of the scariest moments of my life, because that's kind of one of my fears, is a tornado, and now
yeah,
to experience it.
For some reason, she's always had a fear of it. And when you're in Florida, you don't really think much about tornadoes. And don't get me wrong, we get them when we're actually in Tornado Alley, if you look it up. But we get a lot of little quick, small tornadoes just with severe thunderstorms that come through. But y'all keep us in your prayers, but more importantly, keep everybody else in this area in your prayers, because we had 2 tornadoes touch down just in this county alone yesterday, and one touchdown just a few miles east of us, went across a major interstate. And looking at the pictures there, it's crazy. There's just big trees standing completely stripped of leaves, nothing left. Farms have been demolished, chicken houses. So it looks wild over there. It looks like the stuff you kind of see out west. So we had a couple tornadoes come right through here. I think we may have got the smaller one, thank goodness, but people just a few miles down the road got what looks like a more intense one. So keep those people in your prayers if you would. Thanks for watching.
You might just post it raw.
So y'all, we don't really have a heater right now, obviously. So got a little fire going, because believe it or not, this was a cold front and it's dropped 15 plus degrees. It's in the 40s, so it's kind of chilly out here. Figured I'd start a little fire, but kind of walk y'all around and show you the damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know I'm probably gonna have family and friends helping me, and thank y'all for all of that. A lot of people have reached out. It's just kind of been overwhelming. So I'm probably not gonna do a whole lot of recording. I'm gonna respect some people's privacy. I may just do a bunch of time-lapse on repairing some of this. But here's what's left of my basically brand new 4-year-old pole barn. 30 by 60 was just rag tossed. Kind of wild and crazy. You know, if you just watched the video you seen, I just built my chip dump cart there. It's completely destroyed. And look at this. This is wild. My mower's flipped completely upside down. I think that thing weighs close to 1,000 pounds. a brand new wood chipper. It's been rag tossed. It's got a decent amount of damage. The chute's damaged, some of the sheet metal. I think it's going to be okay. That thing's pretty heavy duty build. I'm just going to have to bend some of that back out. You can see here's what's left of a lot of the pole barns posts. Some of them are stripped. I was in that camper yesterday when this thing hit, and that pole where it's at, all I did was lift it up, put the tarp, put it back, but it actually went through the roof there. It's got the camper structure bent all up in there. It destroyed the that's in our bedroom, so that's right where I was at. It destroyed the what do you call that, the closets in there. All that wood's damaged. There's about a softball size hole through the camper. It cut the roof open up there, so the camper's got some damage. It shoved it over into my mower over there, so there's holes all on the side of the camper. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We got insurance claims adjuster going to come out at some point. Something I can say, I'm no engineer, and I don't build stuff for a living, but I can tell you one thing I'm extremely upset about is the person that I had put this pole barn up. You can see where some of the cause of failure was here. He put the post in the blocks just like I asked, but I can clearly see that he did not put rebar through the post, which I also clearly asked for. And I know y'all are probably saying, hey, go after this person, this, that, and the other, but let me explain to y'all the way things work in Florida. If you do an agricultural barn, which this one was, you don't pull permits or do anything. You don't have to. If it's for tractor equipment and all and storage, you know, I have no permits. I have nothing signed off. There's probably zero liability here that I can go after. But I can tell you the next one that gets built, the posts are going to go in the ground much deeper than what I see, and they will have rebar through the post so they hold into the concrete. Would it have made a difference? I really don't know. It busted the concrete completely up. Some of the posts flipped out so far that the concrete is still out there in the yard 100 yards away. So I really don't know if it would have mattered, but I can see that it wasn't built the way that I requested. So you can see where all the posts used to be. We're fortunate we didn't get as much damage as we could have. My motor's been banged all up. I'm gonna have to claim that. There's quite a few things bent there. I think it'll be okay, but we're gonna get some of that replaced. Like I said, the camper's kind of trashed on the inside. We got a lot of water in it because whenever that post come through, it was just pouring water in that bedroom. So I don't know. We're gonna see what the claims adjuster says there. And what tried to flip the whole camper, the camper's been moved several feet this way. Used to be up on those blocks. But mainly what flipped it, not only was it the wind, but I don't know if you could see all those indentations. There, and here. So when the whole barn went and ripped, all those 6x6 posts came flying. That's what smacked the camper off. So the only reason this camper did not go is because I've got these anchors deep into the ground. These are like 4-foot anchors. I call them mobile home anchors. They're not, but they're deep earth augers. You can see I got heavy duty cable, and this goes over the frame of the camper. And I've got 6 total. That is the only reason I think I'm here talking to y'all safe. There's no doubt in my mind with the ride that I took in this camper that it would be flipped over and rolled out there in the yard. You can see where it shoved the camper into one of my pieces of farm equipment, so I'm gonna have to rip that apart to get it out. Rip water hoses out, rip my wiring all out of the ground. This is the post where, you can see where plumbing used to be. So I've got to try to repair all this today to get this camper back up and going and patch the roof on it. Check this out. This post did not come out that way. It was thrown and shoved through there. Just crazy. This is what I was talking about. Look, there's some more of the concrete all the way out here. This is what was holding those posts in the ground. Like, I just don't even begin to understand how huge chunks of concrete get thrown all the way out here. Lord, there's more over here. And look where stuff just hit the ground. So this is crazy. There's more of that concrete that was holding the post in, and look how far away I am. Got trash and stuff everywhere to pick up. I mean, the woods are just littered. Just destroyed buckets, and there's metal out there. Drums. Look here, you can see where it just threw one bucket through the trees so hard. Just busted it to 100 pieces. I see some way out there, stuff all out in the woods. Wow, that's just crazy. All right, well, first priority. Need to get this plumbing fixed. Since I gotta let glue set up. And if you're wondering about the wires, I've done killed the breakers. That's one of the first things I did yesterday, since I've got live wires out here on the ground. I'm not trying to electrocute nobody. Luckily for me, I just purchased that 4x4 to try to finish the garden, so I've got some of the things that I need without having to go run around. Y'all ever seen the movie Twister? I thought all that crap was make-believe, and I can tell you some of those sounds in that movie that I thought wasn't real, that's real. I heard them yesterday. Oh goodness.
Yeah, where they hang on to the pipes with their belts. I was
yeah, we weren't hanging out here with belts on the pipes.
No, but I was almost thinking, do I need to?
Oh, mighty interesting. All right, I dug my breaker box out from underneath the pole barn. Tried to fix a bunch of it. It was tore up pretty good. I think I got it where it'll work. All right, well, I know I skipped a few steps, but I've got my breaker box in. I've got my plumbing hooked back up, so now we can actually use the camper. So I've just got to patch the roof and do a few other things, and then it's livable again. So due to kind of respecting everybody that's coming over right now, I've had some friends and family come out of the woodwork. I really appreciate them coming over and helping out, even though I've told them not to. They just won't have it any other way. They're coming. So I'm probably not going to record much. I'm going to put it in a time-lapse mode, show us taking some things apart, and then my next video tomorrow or the next day kind of be, you know, a little more intimate, to be just me talking and doing some things, and I'll go back to doing my normal recording. So thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, I'm about to kick it in time-lapse mode here with a little bit of music, and you can show us tackling this thing.